Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for February the 20th, 2025. I'm Mom and Chris is here today. Hi, Chris.
I
Chris and the Uncooperative Fluffers. That should be my next episode title.
just can't be bothered anymore.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally get it.
I just almost crushed my fingers, by the way.
Oh,
They're showing him up to the bed, and he just jumped up, putting his paw on my fingers.
Of
and I was
course.
like, yeah,
Yes, those are mine.
that's about to crack.
Those are mine. So, you mentioned I was up early this morning because I was in game.
I didn't see you in game, I just saw you on Discord online.
Oh, okay. Well, I was in game, oddly enough. I woke up because I was out of blankets, and I'm like, I have 3 big blankets
Or
on, and
nor.
I've got 2 dogs, and I'm cold because I turn the heat down at night because I sleep better when the heat's
Of
down.
course.
Good morning, Phil. I woke up and realized I had started on the far left side of the bed. I'm now on the far right side of the bed, and both dogs had effectively kept pushing me across the bed all night long. Get up, go to the bathroom, come back onto the first side of the bed where I started off and realized, nope, they have all the blankets now. All of them. I have this little tiny
Aw.
piece of blanket. I could either go out and get a new blanket from upstairs or put on a bathrobe and some, heavier pants and a pair of slippers and go back. Oh, why should I get dressed to go to bed? And I told the dogs they needed to move, and they just laughed at me. So, knowing I had gotten everything set up last night to just come up and turn in my missions, I got up and turned in my missions.
Fair enough, as long as it worked.
Yeah, I ran the particle thing on all of the accounts last night while I was doing something else. Good way to just kind of kill time. And just had to come in and click, 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 click. All done.
Oh, Q feels so ignored. Good.
Poor Q. Poor Q.
You should only ever be ignored. What the
I actually
heck?
have some spacey stuff on mine today, which is kind of weird. I've only had ground stuff for the last few days.
I'm sorry, is this a joke?
What?
You know the tractor beam catapult thing?
Yeah?
Guess how much is tractor beam catapult 1 on exchange training manual?
Ooh, a lot.
Define a lot.
5 million.
Nope.
Oh, how much?
90 million.
No. Where does it come
Or
from?
100 million.
Where does it come from?
So, well, that comes from a lockbox, I think. 'Cause
Oh.
it was, yeah. That training manual beam catapult 3 is for 18 million, but I don't need 3, I need 1 because I have slot for 1. And that one is heavier in the price than level 3. Like, what? Excuse me?
Probably because 3 is easier to get. It's coming from another source. It drops faster. I don't know. People are picking it up thinking it's worth more. People get stupid.
Warning, logic not detected.
No. We're definitely not doing that. What have I got here? I have a choice of some Breen toys here. I have never opened these. Let's see. What do we
Oh, they're
have?
quite
Ooh,
cool.
Breen Polaron beams, cannons, or random ground? That is a good question.
Well, I have seen cannons. I have a full build on them on 2 ships. They're really good.
Doesn't
And they
say
look good,
it's...
and they have a good proc. Beams, I don't know. I haven't seen them on my ship. I've just seen them on others.
It doesn't say it's bound to account.
No, they're not.
I mean the boxes, because if they're not bound to account on the boxes...
Yeah, you can sell the boxes
I'll sell
somewhere
them.
else.
Let me go hand them off to... I have a
Right.
Jem'Hadar, and he's got a Polaron build, so maybe if I give him a whole bunch of these, then he can go have a nice Polaron build.
Oh, never mind. I have the catapult on my character. Why did I look for a manual? Because I thought it was someone else. Never mind. I'm just being stupid.
Better than spending the 90 million and then deciding you're stupid.
Oh,
Of course,
no,
then
I'm
it's
not
confirmed,
that,
right?
Not that stupid. No. I ain't gonna be that stupid. No, I'm just gonna swap it over. I'm just gonna have the even more lore accurate. Honey 3. Because now she can throw asteroids at ships. Unfortunately, all of my stuff was like, do dollar on damaged ground.
Oh, no, 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 no. So not doing that today.
I had Vadwar and I rerolled it to gain salvage 3000.
Well, that's something. It's better.
It is something, but it's like it's the highest tier of endeavor, and I wish it would be something more worthy of doing. Just like, let's gain salvage. Like, yeah, fine, fine. I'll be happy about it, but I'll do it.
Oof.
It's always better than doing 60 Vadwar on ground. Ugh.
Yeah, really.
I like Zinkethi, where you don't really get to fight them on ground unless you do a mission. I'm like, ooh, no, that's not happening. No, darling, that function has been disabled.
There we go. Helping out the, somebody's got
Great.
some boost
My
going on.
Discord is
That.
broken. Love it.
Why is your Discord broken?
It shows me that there is something unread, and when I bring it up, I see all of the channels seem to be all red. So I don't know where that thing is, but that red dot annoys me in the icon in the tray, in the system tray. And I don't know where it has been unread message. I don't know what happened. I haven't meddled with the notification system or anything like it. It just stopped working. Cause it can't. Honestly,
Apparently I'm a provisional admiral here. That's interesting. Undiscovered training manuals. I wonder what's in there. Structural analysis 3.
Oh, that's a science thingy.
It is. Let's see if it's worth anything. Oh! Well, apparently it's worth 10 million if somebody buys it from you on the exchange. Do I have the use for it?
Well, if you have a sciencey.
Let's see. Well, I don't really have a sciencey build.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Tazzy probably
doesn't
out of
seem-
commission again.
Taz was on at the end of yesterday? Yeah, at the end of yesterday.
Yeah, but like I haven't seen him this morning, so I assume that he's still in the out of commission status where he's unconscious in the bed.
Yep. Let's see, I still have my wide arc pulse phaser dual heavy cannons on sale here for 300 million, but nobody's bought them yet.
Hey, what?
I opened a box and wound up with some unusual weapons, which would be fine on this build, but on the other hand, if somebody's willing to spend money on them, I could use that to buy other stuff for my build. I wanted to do the
depends.
pulse phaser heavy dual cannons on this build.
Ooh.
But they're kind of expensive.
Oh yeah, they went up after they revamped them. They used to be a bit more affordable.
Yeah.
Right now they're just like, hi, you're gonna overpay for these. Haha.
And so
we can.
Yeah, we're just kind of hanging fire on those guys right now. So I've got
Curious.
2 of the turrets. And do I have any of the cannons? Did we?
I'm curious. Is it gonna be like that we will have the old visuals of the pulse phaser beams and the new one at the same time in the game? Because the obliviating phasers have the same visual as the pulse phasers. But they've changed the pulse phasers, but last time I checked when they introduced them for the first time around, the obliviating ones were having the old visual.
It does happen.
I'm curious
they
whether
change
it's
one visual and then they
intentional.
change another one too. Some you like, some you don't.
I mean, it's kind of interesting to have 2 different aesthetics that, they have different procs, so I assume it would make sense. But on the other hand, the original idea was supposed to imitate the pulse phasers, so if they changed the pulse phasers, shouldn't this be changed as well? I'm just like, torn. Oh, did I accept it? Oh, I think I
Yeah,
did.
that,
Okay,
that was
never
just
mind.
an invitation to join in whenever. Just getting everything set up.
It's yeah, it still has the old visuals. It's so funny.
Ah,
What?
my shoulder.
Shoulder?
Remember I was complaining
Yeah.
yesterday, which is the reason I went to the
Yep.
masseuse. And she's
Is it
like, "Oh
better?
yeah, you did something good here." I have no idea what I did either. It was interesting.
You
This
know, sometimes you just twist your arm differently, and you just do something, and you don't really even know what, but it just.
okay, so I was attempting to do my usual pull-ups after a week of kind of doing low calories, not realizing just how much that screwed up my training, and now I know how much it screwed up my training. Oh,
Owie.
yeah. This is going to be a quick note to instructor going, "Hey, can we do legs today, please?"
Oh God.
Yeah.
Never good.
No. Oh, it's my fault. It's all my fault for, just doing a week of not the right diet. Ugh.
I mean, I'm impressed that you even have a routine that you're 4 days in a week, or like something like it in the gym.
Oh,
I
it
know
was
people who are like at my age or younger and are like 3 times a week, and that's enough for them, and that's more than enough for them.
it was 5 a week up until last week. Then we dropped to 4 because I kind of was regressing more than progressing because I was doing a fair amount of damage and not recovering. So yesterday was recovery day, and my instructor sends me messages. "I hope you're resting. Are you eating good food, resting?" I'm like, "Well, I'm at the gym." He goes, "Doing what?" I said, "Sitting in the hot tub." He goes, "That's okay. That's fine." He does a good job. I pay him a lot of money, but he does a really good job, so.
Well, as long
And
as he provides the quality service, I suppose it's
I,
alright.
I have no basis of comparison, but I'm not quite looking like Hugh Jackman yet, but I noticed yesterday when I was putting on a swimsuit that while I'm not smaller than I was, I'm definitely a lot more muscle than I was. Things don't go jiggly jiggle anymore. They're just muscles. I like muscles. But I did acknowledge that, you know what? If I'm going to embrace the, muscly lifestyle, all of those dresses that are designed that I've got for skinny tall people aren't going to fit me ever again. So, quick trip to the resale shop yesterday and dropped off all my dresses. I'll slowly get rid of all that stuff and, once kind of steadied out, go get out the sewing machine, get out the fabric, and go have some fun. So, should we do some pew pew, Chris?
I'm always up for.
Well, I've got frigates to do and dreadnoughts. We could do some of those at one time, but won't take out 3 dreadnoughts at once. What have you got,
That's
if
fair.
anything?
I only got the salvage left.
Oh, okay.
The other stuff was like passively building up, and
Well, let me queue
I've
us
done
up.
that during my.
Let me queue us up for some swarm
babies.
there.
Sure.
I suppose we could go off to Gankra, but ugh.
I've already done that.
Oh, you are a good person. I have no
Oh, I'm
desire to go do Gankra.
Well, it's easy. There's just one place where you just sit and have them
Well,
come at you.
You want easy, you take yourself and 5 friends and you team up and everybody sits in the same place and it's just
I
like, boom,
didn't
done.
take more than 5 minutes.
It was one of those, I don't really care.
It's Space Pew.
It's Space Pew, but it's boring Space Pew. If it was Zenkethi, any place, that's fine. What's coming up here?
Well, I still was able to watch my ship do the
Oh.
the lovely, amazing phaser thingy. So I don't.
That's
I
true.
don't. I don't really.
Tomorrow's Crystalline Entity, so that should be good,
Ugh.
but... Well, that's only 2 minutes up, down, you're out of it.
I know, but I don't like it.
Well, you don't have to do it, is the thing. I'm still harvesting
know.
my omegas and having a fun time with that, because I enjoy omegafying things. I just don't see a point to trying to do it on all the accounts. So on this account we have a couple. But I can't merge them all into one account. I wish they would let us do that again. I get it, people were botting all this stuff and just selling them for crazy amounts. Suppose you could bot them for yourself.
But what?
Omega farming, people were just making bots to go out and Omega farm, which I don't figure out how you do, but fine.
I don't know how bots work in this game.
Ed put together basically a bot to do the dance party on Ryza. And I'm like, why? It's like fine, keybinds, easy peasy, that makes sense. You just have to remember which one it is. Not like it's that challenging, but okay. And it's not that fast. And you can easily do 2 at once without having to have a bot for it.
Ew, they're putting the giant defender in Mud's Market. Ew.
Well, some people want it. And you know Muds, he'll sell anything if there's profit in it. This looks like it's not going to happily queue up. How about if I throw something else into the mix here? Hive Onslaught?
Sure.
I don't get my... Oh, there it goes.
There it comes. Yep. I just accidentally minimized my game instead of accepting it. Never mind. I don't like these 2 buttons here. They sit next to my map.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. On my laptop, I had to rearrange the entire thing to keep it closer, but not too close, because I kept winding up doing the wrong things every time.
Yeah, and like you have very limited space on the monitor and the laptop, so
Yep.
like.
So one of my next projects is to take all my laptops. I think I found them all, and
You have more than one.
Oh yeah, I've accumulated them over the years.
Okay.
Some are very old. And start moving everything off of the hard drives and onto an external hard drive and start cleaning it up. And then I'm going to give away or sell my laptops, be done with those. Make sure everything's cleaned off of them first. And, purge all these terabytes of stuff. It's Ezzy rating us with a party of 2. Good morning,
Hi,
Ezzy. How are you doing? Ezzy and the Ezzy crew. Join us with a little Moopsy there.
Aw, it's a Moopsy.
It is a Moopsy.
I love it.
I love Moopsy. I got hungry, so I figured I'd raid. Okay, that is a non sequitur. Or you want to hand over your team to me so you can go hit your fridge?
Okay, so we're teaming up with big ships. If the Derdex arrives, we will have a Derdex, a compiler, and a Van ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big company.
It is. We'll let them go
which
beat
one
up
of them
everything.
pops first. Sorry, what?
We'll let them go beat up everything.
No, they'll be beaten up
with
first.
my new little cannons here. Pew 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 pew.
I'm throwing an asteroid because I can. Bam. So ridiculous. It was so Riker to pull that off. Did you just throw an asteroid at them?
No, I did not. That was not me.
No, I mean that was the line from
that one, yeah.
The episode. Did you just throw an asteroid at them? You sure hell did.
Don't kill me. No, 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 no.
Well,
Wrong button, Mom. Wrong button. Dead.
Little classic Riker.
Wrong buttons. I gotta put some saves on this thing.
Riker has too many Riker maneuvers.
As he says, they
Riker
his
maneuver.
team needed a place to rest while he goes to hit the fridge.
What about the replicators if you ran out of
Yeah, that's a good point. Don't you
eyes
have
on them?
Don't you have replicators on your ship there? Have them replicate you some breakfast. Installed on Tuesday, of course. Of course.
And they always say they would install them on Tuesday, and 5 months later you actually
It doesn't say
just
which
installed them
Tuesday.
yourself. Someone is running something weird that's causing my beams to look different. They seem to be bending They aren't supposed to, but there seems to be some lensing happening here.
It's interesting.
Destroy this.
I haven't seen that in the entire day, so... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No you don't. No you don't. Let's go to
Oops,
an
wrong.
asteroid. Yeah?
Wrong button there. Well, that worked well.
She must give me with a feedback pulse. The Nini.
Oh, she's dead.
Good.
Oh, that was a nice visual.
Actually, shit. Boys.
Oh, you know, in the cutscene you get different perspectives, and I had her really well centered on it, close enough in, and just a nice visual.
That's cool.
No, we need those fleet marks. We need those fleet marks, yes.
I don't know what I need them for. I no longer need anything.
I burned through so much stuff setting up the ship. It was a really expensive evening. Something like 100 million in EC. Ton of fleet credits. Only a fair amount of dilithium. Didn't kill all my dilithium. And the dogs are snoring behind me. Well, that's one thing. I'm going to re-queue us for a swarm and see if that pops up now. So for those of you in the States, apparently the flu is back this year.
Ooh. Perfect timing when your medical services have been defunded.
We had funding for medical services here?
I mean, research was, but that seems to be going backwards to the medieval times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well,
Waiting for the Black Death to reemerge.
well, it's actually still out there. The thing is, that's treatable flu. Flu explains a lot. Former job, we got flu shots if you wanted them. You could get vaccinated against everything on the company.
You mentioned before.
Yeah.
It was a pretty cool package, though.
Yeah, it was very nice, though. Now that I'm older, I can get most of it from the state for free still, or for a minimal amount. But, sorry, shoulder. But I think it's one reason I've had, at worst, a mild cold in the last couple of years, and nothing worse than that. Versus my friends who are very anti-vaccine. Oh, there it is, wee-woo. Very anti-vaccine, and while they may not get the major stuff, they do get more of the minor stuff. I don't know if it's related. Maybe I've just got a better immune system? Maybe I've had it all?
Who knows?
Yeah. And I've had pneumonia. That was fun.
Good
But-
God.
But that was 40 years ago? 45 years ago? It was a long time ago. And while the pneumonia was bad, the antibiotics were just, couldn't get off the bed for like 5 days. And I had to let the dog out, so it'd be crawl to the doorway, let the dog out, get her back in, crawl back onto the couch. That was it. As he says, I'm down to 1 million EC. Yeah. And I hope that's a sleeping Moopsy, not a dead Moopsy. No dead Moopsies.
I don't know if there's something that drinks bones actually can die that easily, but
Maybe it's a very old Moopsy. We'll never know.
a restful Moopsy.
Would drop glue on my key that I need to hit because I overreach it every single time it's on my number 3 key, and I always reach over and hit number 4, which is a different thing.
Oopsie.
Yeah, oopsie. Here we go. Stop shooting me. I'm trying to send power. Oh, it's Ezzy collapsing to the floor. It's not Moopsy dying. Good.
I didn't know you were a white. I don't know.
A white Moopsy.
Blob. Like Moopsy like.
It's not a blob.
Well done.
From my distance from the monitor, it kind of looks like it. One of the things that annoys me in Twitch is that the emotes are so freaking small.
They are.
But theirs are always visible. A small white beanie blob. Yeah, this here wasn't that much far off.
The satellite is back online. It will launch tractor mines against the Herc ships.
Really? I can't deploy my mines? Seriously?
Don't mind.
It gives you the prompt to deploy tractor mines. And it's going, nah,
Yeah.
nope, not gonna let you do that.
Oh, hitting them with the asteroid actually makes them move a little. That makes logical sense.
It's a small white beanie blob.
See, I wasn't that much far off.
It's just a totally adorable Moopsy.
The Moopsy plushes and combat pad.
I want a Moopsy combat pet. The stabby, not badges, still.
I just don't want it in a gamble box that it has chance of dropping, but not really.
Yeah, just let me buy it. Just let me buy it. I'm fine with spending money. I mean, if you want to put them in gamble boxes, that's fine too, but let me just buy stuff I want. Did we get all 4? Yeah, we did. Okay.
The la-
Should look. And, oh, only got 42 so far. Amazing.
Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships. Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
I do like this new ship. Can't imagine what it'll do when I got some decent weapons on it.
No, you mean the Typhoon?
Yep.
I love that ship. It's ticking all the boxes for me. The size is correct. The shape is fine.
Maneuverability is great.
Maneuverability is amazing. Like for the size of that ship. Oof.
So I'm starting to mentally put together the next book for Star Trek Online, which is going to be on builds, which is not my forte. But if you're going to describe some basic build, just general ones, there'd be what? Beam overload, fire at will,
Scatter Volley.
Scatter Volley. I thought we should talk briefly about a pet build, a mine build.
Pet build, torp build.
Torp build, yeah. Okay. I don't know if it's a build or not, but definitely a magic ship.
Be careful.
You know, science build with all the weird, exotic, fun things you can
Mostly
do.
exotic, yeah. EPG, definitely EPG builds.
And yes, folks, I do not know diddly about any of this stuff. I write. I will draw on the brilliance of others for content, but I'll put it together.
Fantastic can help with the EPG stuff. He's building some incredible EPG builds.
And he's got a good mine layer build going right now, and he helped me with this one.
Yeah, he knows about Twerp's builds as well, very well. Bye, Dreadnought. Didn't get to know you too well, because you died first.
Well, it lasted
Maybe I
longer
missed
than
you.
some.
Well, that's true. Lasted longer than the last queen in the hive that we met.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's just because they have a lot of hull.
Head to escape route Beta. Protect
Yeah,
the
and it didn't
refugee
have
ships.
5 angry people shooting at it.
True. I'll stop watching those phasers just go.
Earth ship spotted at escape route Gamma.
They've
Get
done
over
me
there.
so much good with these phasers, the pulse phasers. So good. And when I discovered Howie's videos, it was at least a year ago or something. It's like, oh my god, wish the beams looked like this. And now they are. Actually, Thomas mentioned in a comment yesterday that he's actually very much inspired by Howie's approach and
Oh,
visual
how fun!
aspects. So that actually bodes well. They might actually work on some of the other weapon aesthetics.
I
Get
love
them-
that he's inspired by and open to concepts from, folks outside of.
Yeah. So not
You know
only
that
canon,
little-
but like other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we do
Though
tend to get
Howie's
into our
actually trying to
little
recreate the canon
social
visual.
bubbles of this is the only stuff I'm going to pay attention to. So I really
Yeah,
love it when other
because-
stuff comes in.
Yeah. Plus it adds variety to the game. And
Yeah,
that's always a
But it
an
also
added
kind of
bonus.
validates, the fact that we love our game, and when you see people embracing it to bring your thoughts into our game, it's just like, I'm really part of it now.
Yeah, it's just incredible, right?
Yeah. Well, when they brought in some of the stow ships into Picard,
Oh,
and
that
we're all
was
doing the
pinnacle.
neener dance. It's our ships. No, it's not our ships. It's Thomas's ships. But it's our game. They're embracing our game. We're part of this. Yay!
Yeah, some of our designs are actually canon now.
Then you realize that a lot of
I was
people-
actually proud. I felt proud even though I just had nothing to do with it. I
Yeah,
just
me
played the
too.
game. It was like, oh my god, I'm so proud that like designs for my game are gonna be seen by people who are not even aware that STO is a thing. But now those designs are actually out there, and if they'll ever research them on the line, they will know that they come from STO. And I'm like, oh my god, that is so cool.
It is cool. And I think if those really are ads for Star Trek Online that are out there, it's so cool too. They're advertising us. They're spending money on us. They want us to succeed. Yay! I mean, we made it 15
love-
years without a whole lot of advertisement and support. So we'll
Yeah,
take it.
that's true.
I think we've
think
proven
I've
that
ever
we are
seen them.
worthy.
Well, these money-wise, we're worthy because they want to get our money.
Yep.
from us.
So strictly from a marketing point of view, it takes a fair investment of money to get somebody to play a game if you have to spend money on it. If you don't have to spend money on it, the drawback is it's easy for people to leave the game if it's complex and challenging, which this is. So, what is it? It takes 27 hits for people to buy into something, if they're interested. So they have to do a combination of trying to get more people in by making the game appear appealing, putting money into the number of ads that are out there and promoting the game, and still maintaining content for those of us who are already here because, we're already here. We're playing the game, but keep us amused. Doesn't take much to keep us. And doing the... Okay, yeah, you guys are right. The TFO should count as 2 points. Was a huge good move on their part. Exactly, Cliff. We are worthy.
I'm just glad they came to the same conclusion.
Yep. That was nice. I got a nice, there we go, nice volley of cannon fire. It looks so pretty. Do I need any lights? I forgot on this count I have to refine everything. Good morning, Cliff.
That sounds like it's still a bit of a pain in the arm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to stretch. And that means lifting my arm up, and my arm's going, I don't think so.
Think again.
Yeah, right. Oh. Those bound to account? Yep. Cool. Somebody else can have those. Well, that's all I've got there. You said you got yours already. Cliff, have you got anything we need to do with you this morning?
I still haven't got any salvage because we didn't get any drops of any equipment in it. I did manage to get anything in the hive.
Let's see.
And just a still a set muffin sitting here with no salvage. Out of 3,000. Kinda sucks.
Well, we could go do 9th rule on normal. That should drop you some stuff, but hang on a second here. There you are. I'm sending you some salvage because I had run this out for salvage the other day and had too much.
Salvage?
There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
go
you mean stuff for salvage?
Yeah, go sell that stuff for salvage.
Thank you.
I wound up running one tune and getting a ton of salvage. And so I sent it to this tune when they needed salvage the other day, but I sent so much that I didn't need all of it, so there you go.
Well, that got me started. Nice and easy.
Cliff, you want to join us? Is there anything you would like to do, Cliff? He's looking to see what he got. So here's the drawback to the dogs going, hey, it's 4 o'clock. We want all the bed and all the blankets. You can get up now. Is that I made the coffee. So now the coffee is done. I'm not going to make another pot. And there's only like half a cup left, and it's kind of getting cold. But I did perfect my Deca tea loaf recipe, so we now have a couple of recipes for the cookbook. Iconian TFOs. Ow. Owie, 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 owie. What do we have for Iconian? How many of them, Cliff? We could do Gateway or Herald Sphere. Either of those work for you?
I wouldn't be opposed to some gateway, perhaps.
Gateway? Okay, I'm going to queue us up for Gateway here. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if anybody else needs some love this morning. Oh, goodness. I have a personal attitude. If I'm contributing fleet marks to somebody's project that's not one of my fleets, I'm also going to give them dilithium. Ah, yes, see the lovely lakes and many I can't do a good Swedish accent. Many interesting, very animals, including the majestic moose. I have to go spend more time in Sweden. Thank you very much. There we go. Wee woo.
We have a wee woo.
Chris, do you have a wee... Or sorry, Cliff, do you have a wee woo? Wee woo, Cliff? Okay. Since sometimes Cliff gets left behind because he doesn't know we've got a wee woo going. All wee wooed. So I've been looking at new desks to replace my desk, which is way too shallow, and I found a beautiful, beautiful desk at the Scandinavian furniture shop, which is like $900 for a desk, and I'm thinking more the
Scandinavian furniture shop.
It's beautiful.
Does it come with a name?
Scandinavian furniture. It's not a
IKEA?
clever name. It's just Scandinavian furniture.
Sounds like IKEA. A fancy
No,
way of saying IKEA.
No, it's not IKEA. Believe me, I had an IKEA desk that I gave to Id. That was my favorite desk. It was a little on the short side, but it was deep. It was like 36 inches deep. And I loved that desk. It was perfect because you could get a big monitor, keyboard, notepads, everything you need. And the one I've got here, you have to have like side desks to make it work. And it's not well laid out. So these will go on the garage sales when we have the community garage sale coming up. Whatever that is. But in the meantime, I've got to figure out how to work. And I'm thinking, yeah, the $900 desk is really lovely. But I could probably go get something at IKEA for a lot less than that. Maybe that's it. Maybe I don't need a desk. Maybe I just need a really big table in here. If I buy an IKEA, it doesn't matter if it's, $150 and I have to punch holes in it for stuff.
If it doesn't get a holes punched by just putting something a little bit too heavy.
Actually, my IKEA stuff is crazy good in terms of... It says it's rated for 200 pounds or 300 pounds or 100 pounds. You can believe it. I mean, it's not well-designed, gorgeous furniture. It's not aesthetically pleasing, but it does what it says it's going to do.
It is functional most of the time.
It's functional. Yeah, it's functional and inexpensive.
What's there about inexpensiveness? Depends what we're talking about.
Well, my dresser was expensive. It was like $300. But it's, I think, the most expensive thing I've bought from IKEA in a long time. But if I wanted to go to the Scandinavian furniture store and buy it the same or very similar dresser, is over $1,000. Admittedly, it's a little bit nicer.
The troop transports have...
I will go planet side. Oh, hold it. Yeah, the other side's done. I'll go planet side.
Shipyard troop transport.
course, I watch all these great shows about, oh, we found this left out at the side of the road, free to take in the garbage stuff. No, nobody around here has that. I don't know what planet these people find great furniture on the side of the road, but no.
Probably on
nothing
the
here.
same planet where a businessman priest gets a very fancy, expensive ship from a homeless person.
Yeah. There we go.
Like it happened here
Oh, really?
a few years back. Yeah, there is a businessman priest. He's really just an incarnation of devil, but he just like has his own conglomerate radio and businesses, and he has a Maybach car, which apparently he got from a homeless person who then suddenly mysteriously died.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah, not sus at all. Not
Not
sus
sus at all. No, no.
And he asks for donations, even though he's like swimming in luxuries. But he asks for donations to maintain the radio basic infrastructure. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that all goes to the radio infrastructure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I've been noticing the number of people here in the States who are making a thing out of living out of their cars, and I think that's terrible. I mean, I get it, but it's terrible because
I
houses.
get it, but it just
apartments-
shows how bad the situation is.
And these are people with jobs.
I mean, there's a difference between someone just made themselves a fancy mobile home that costs like thousands of dollars to make it look and be functional, right?
This is like the
That's
equivalent
all
of...
fun and dandy, but this is like actual real people living in cars.
Yeah.
Like, how does that function?
I mean, you want to do your laundry, you have to go to the laundromat. Okay, that's fine. A lot of people do that anyway. But if you want to take a shower, you have to get a membership at a gym. But then, we have places where your membership at a gym is $10 a month. And then you just have to find a parking lot that lets you stay there. And that's apparently getting easier. Walmart lets you park overnight in their parking lots now.
Well, if a company adjusts its policy to accommodate partial homelessness, I don't think this means very well for the country.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, we got issues here.
Yeah, thank.
Yeah, I think. Then again,
I've
I'm
actually-
looking at a car, and my car cost more than my parents' house cost. So Talia points out quite correctly that if you live near a university, you can always find great stuff discarded at the end of spring semesters around dorms. Yep. Also, actually, at the end of the fall semester, because a lot of kids, especially freshman year, just don't make it through freshman year. I was editing Frost's book, and part of it's about going to college, and the dropout rate for freshmen is 44%, something like that. 40%. So people spend $10,000 to go off for their first semester of college, including moving and furniture and dorms and books and all that stuff, and never have a clue. It's not really easy.
I still don't understand how education like college has to be paid for.
It depends on where you go. But if you want to go to a big school, yeah, it's totally on you. Good morning, Ed. Or your
Morning.
parents, or a scholarship or whatever.
Shipyard troop transports are
And
beginning
it-
to run to the planet.
Should have better subsidies for it. We don't.
I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous just to put you into like it's forced kind of the forced circle, because you start your life with a debt and then you have to like immediately go to work for it just to pay it off.
Yeah.
So you don't really get the time to like even enjoy life because you immediately thrown into the system and a meat grinder.
Well, okay, so there is the growing concept of the gap year, which is take a year off after high school before starting college for a number of reasons, not the least of which is if you want to go to college, you've got a year to work or to go explore your life and decide what the heck you want to do when you go to college. I'd love to see what the stats are on people who take the gap year. How did their lives turn out versus people who immediately left high school and went to college, which I did not do. I took a gap year that lasted 9 years. 10 years?
That's if you can afford it.
Well, I went to community college. I got
Oh yeah.
some financial aid. I got some scholarships, little tiny ones, but all enough to offset it. And then doing community college, because most of the community colleges around me at that time were hooked up with local universities, which meant that all of those credits at $16 an hour versus several $100s an hour counted towards your bachelor's or eventually your master's degree.
Shipyards and transports are beginning their run
If
to
you
the
wanted to go for a more specialized degree. Otherwise, you could actually earn a bachelor's through them on, kind of general stuff. And then they started adding online classes and remote classes, and all of a sudden, college got easier to do. So Satalia may need to get to the Universal this evening if I'm around. I am planning to be around this evening, Satalia. And I will be happy to do the Universal with the team because I don't like the Universal. But for all their sitting and chatting, it should be fine.
Oh, so you wouldn't do that here now with me, but
Do you
can do
want...
that in
You
the-
said you did it, didn't you?
Yeah, but I could go there for you.
No, I'm not going to make anyone do that for me. I'm willing to do it for other people. I don't care. It's just, ugh. Where'd it go? Come on,
Fine,
where'd it
be
go?
that way, see if I care.
Well, you could stay up late and join me. If you
No, I
want...
can't. Well, last time happened when I went to bed too late.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
I was going to stay up late and finish up a project last night, and I still wound up going to bed at 9 o'clock. There we go. Now it's dead. Now it's thoroughly dead.
Good.
Let's see. How am I doing on my fleet credits? Okay-ish. No, we already did them. What else do we need to do? Tip ships. Gerhard Prime. Let's see how he's doing. You can have some energy credits. And you can have some dilithium. There we go. Good. It's 24 degrees outside right now, Satalia. Is that Fahrenheit or centigrade? Because it's 4 Fahrenheit here.
You know, it's quite interesting that some of the same things that keep us running are the things that keep, starships running.
Yeah.
Dilithium,
Yep.
lithium.
We're into our lithium here. Let's see.
Yep.
Oh. Apparently they've got snow for... what is that? The eastern seaboard from Washington all the way over to Ohio, it looks like.
I'll have to look outside.
Washington, D.C. My bad.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Oh, wrong
Yeah.
Washington.
I was about to say my mom is going to hate that because she drives Uber and
Yeah, no.
when it snows, she's like, I can't drive.
Let's see. So we're supposed to have cold weather, but that ends tomorrow. Okay. Oh, and potential for a major storm with sub-zero wind chills for most of the country Tuesday through Friday. Is that next Tuesday? Because it sure wasn't this Tuesday.
We'll ask Captain Harrison.
Yes. Through February 20th. Oh, yeah. So It was last week,
Um,
so or this week rather. So yeah, no, it got cold. It just didn't get that cold.
If I remember correctly, his kids are Ferris and whatever Ferris's girlfriend was in the movie.
I have no idea.
Sloane. I think it
Okay.
was Sloane. Yeah. If I remember, I don't remember which story it was, but his family members include Ferris and Sloane.
Okay. Okay, I cannot figure out why every tune in Star Trek has weird arms. It's the elbows. I'm looking at the elbows. So he's got biceps that are too low. It's like elbow ceps, and then he's got these weird interior curvy elbows. It's on so many of these tunes. I have to go give him some
Video
biceps.
games never can depict proper modeled elbows.
Unless his arms are straight down, and they still look wrong. Got a couple of minutes before I need to go embark on my day of stuff. Anything that anybody wants to do kind of on the quick side?
Yeah, I can do something quick.
Cliff, you up for a quick? By the way, Ed, basically the furnace has run all night long to keep the house at 64 degrees. It's a little nippy outside, but I had the dog portable heaters in the bed last night, so it was very toasty until they took all the blankets at 4 this morning.
This is the way.
So you're using a furnace to get 17 degrees at home?
It's, well, yeah, it's maintaining 17.
I mean, in Celsius, of course.
No.
Wow, that's ugh.
Yeah, it's on the list of, let's have somebody come out and look at that furnace. Though it's apparently a new one. Or relatively new, like in the last few years. And it doesn't normally get this cold here for, too long, so I suppose it's adequate, but I may have to have a better unit brought in. Plus it's keeping my garage warm, which I don't really need to have a heated garage, thank you. Unless there are pipes that are running through those walls, then I'll keep it.
Yeah.
There's just some bad planning. So you come in the front door and there's 2 steps down into the living room. It's a big, 4x4 step, and then there's another step. And I've discovered that that's not insulated at all. It is cold. So at some point I'm going to have them come in and figure out what's going on there and insulate the heck out of that, because I think we're just losing heat through weird spots like that. Which is not to say that I didn't have fun at the gym yesterday when I went to the hot tub and sat down and realized there's a jet with cold air coming out of it. Turns out there's a pipe running underneath that's got a pinhole leak and it's just jetting regular room temperature air up through it. So probably the hot tub will be shut down tomorrow or today. All right, one last thing here. ISA? ISE? ISA. Does that work?
Sure.
Cliff, ISA work for you? No, not Conquer Battlezone. You're on that one on your own if you want to do it right now. We're going to do it tonight if you want to join us tonight. But I'm not doing it. Not doing it! Wee Woo engaged?
We were protocol engaged.
Thank you. Wee Woo for
Initiating
ISA.
pre-warp sequence.
That's so good, Chris. Well, I've moved the Stream Deck all the way from hiding in the closet to it's next to the desk now, which is progress. It's just there's no place on the desk for
plugged
it.
in one day.
There's no place to put it. We have to get another, and that's one of the reasons for the desk, is I need space. And then my brain goes, yes, but if you're going to do that, you really need to paint the wall behind you while you're at it. Ugh. Fine.
You smell that, guys? Excuses?
Yeah, please. It is absolutely excuses.
Could always move into the other room.
Yeah, but then I have to reroute everything over to there. And I'm just laid down
Oh,
all the
fresh
cable
batch.
covers. I have new
They baked a
excuses.
fresh batch.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Chris. I'm just trying to do one or two things a day right now.
Scanning the
Yeah, it was a good batch. Hefty, but yeah.
The dogs are not happy. I'm going to blame it on the dogs. The dogs are not happy with the changes. It's all on them.
Oh no, that's gross to throw it on the dogs.
They don't care. They
They
love
don't
their mom.
show that they
They'll do
care.
anything that I ask of them, including take the hit for my being so bad about doing stuff.
What, they gave you back your blankets?
They took my blankets. Yes, they. This is their punishment, throwing them under the bus because they threw me off the bed.
You didn't throw them under the bus, right?
Not yet, no. Do you know the term throw them under the bus?
I'm joking.
Ah, okay.
No.
American
I
phrase
know,
for make them responsible.
I know the idiom about throwing babies out with bathwater.
There's that one too. So, Satali says, I was wondering, why do you say stay moopsome instead of say stay moopsy? It's because Wolfie used to
It's a
sign
mom thing.
off her show with stay awesome. And I'm not going to steal all of the stuff from her, just some of it. And it became stay moopsome.
It was inspired.
It was inspired by Wolfie,
rather than
yes.
stubborn. Perfection. And that's how I get this weird distortion. I don't know if all the other beams do that, actually.
Do you know what's causing it?
Yeah, shield impact.
Oh, okay.
When there is a shield impact, it does this increases bubble effect. You know, when it's showing the facing shield getting hit. And when it gets hit, it creates a bubbly distortion.
Huh.
Just don't know if that was normally a thing.
So I had a really interesting effect yesterday. The dogs came up, and it's very dry, so of course there's a lot of static electricity. And Fifi was brushing against the phone cord, or sorry, the headphone cord, and you could hear the static through the headphones.
Ooh.
Then I realized you could kind of see it in a lot of things. There was a lot of static electricity from my doggers.
Oh, I had that one night when I woke up and I was like, I sleep on a blanket most of the time because I just hate proper covers. And the blanket, like my dog was like next to me, and it was dry like hell. And
Yeah.
I just saw, it was dark, and I saw like
All the
sparkles on my
sparks? Yeah.
fingers. It was so weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Sparkylicious doggos.
Yeah, basically.
Bye bye, barkeep. There's more stuff there if you want to grab that, Chris.
The transwarp conduit has been destroyed.
Yeah, I'm
However,
trying to.
scans of the
Okay.
starbase are still being disrupted. We will need
The
to
two
sit and wait.
things. There's a lockbox, which I don't want.
Well, don't take it.
No. Why are you sitting in the
Before it blew up
explosion?
anymore. Wow, it's not light outside, but I can see stuff. Versus a month ago when looking out the back
No,
window
I'm-
here, pitch black.
I'm so glad that we're at this stage where it's no longer pitch black.
Yeah,
The hour when I leave work and before I started.
yeah. I'm so glad I don't have to go to the office anymore in the dark at night.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go do stuff. So, on behalf of everybody here at Moopsy in the Morning, I want to thank everybody who joined us today. And thanks, Ezzy, for the raid. We appreciate it. And thanks, Id and Chris, for being here in chat. And thank you, Cliff and Satalia, for being there in chat. And as some of us like to say around here, stay moopsome. Where's my sound effects? There they are.
Moopsy, Moopsy.
Shun the non-believer. Shun.